Hey, it's Sarah. Thanks for joining me. We are going to work on piecing together the Diamond Heights block. So first, you're going to make sure that all of your fabrics are starched and cut, ready to go. We've got our two triangles and our strip piece. Strip piece will be added, and you're going to join the points down at the bottom, making sure that the tips are lined up. If you go over, you're going to have trouble, so make sure that they're perfectly aligned. I like to use clips when I sew. I'm not really much of a penner, but clips or pen, either way, just make sure it's on there really good so it doesn't wiggle around when you sew. So now you can see the back side there that it is right to the edge and the tips are aligned together. So we are going to go ahead and sew a line across the strip, taking it over to our sewing machine. You will want to use a scant 1/4 inch, and that just means that it is the needle is just a hair closer to the raw edge instead of a full 1/4 inch seam allowance. And this just allows for a little bit extra space when you're folding over the fabrics, because if you don't, then you might eat up too much fabric and you'll be a little short. So we're going to just keep going there, nice and smooth, nice and straight. Once it's all done, you'll take it over to your pressing station and press it nice and flat open to the feature fabric side. And now we're going to trim, and this is where it can get a little tricky. So we are aligning the edge of your ruler right to that tip where the strip and the back fabric meet, trimming off just the strip. We do not want to trim our feature fabric material. Turn it over. That just is the best way for me, unless you want to, you know, switch your ruler side. I align to the 5-inch mark and I cut off all of that excess there. There's just a little sliver of that purple that gets cut off, and that's what you want to take. So that is a solid 5 inches. And you will see there that you have a little bit of a blunt edge. That's where your seam allowance will be, so don't even worry about it. You're going to add your your other triangle piece up to the top. It'll be very much in line with that edge. So flip it over, right sides together, and align the edges together. And that's how you're going to make that really crisp point. You see on the right side there, there's some overhang. That is exactly what you want. Go ahead and clip those together, and then we will get it ready for sewing. Make sure it doesn't wiggle, and you see there's a little bit of a gap there. That's how you want it. Sew it on down, nice and steady at your machine. Remember using a scant 1/4 inch, and that will help you trim tremendously. Get it going. Let's see. I know some people use a 1/4 inch foot. I just use my regular little presser foot there, and I've gotten pretty good at eyeballing it down. So that's what I'm doing there. And now when it's all sewn up, you're going to take it back to your pressing station, press it the seams to the side, and you'll see there the block looks a little wonky. You have that spilling over, but on the top left side it's perfectly aligned. So figure out which way your ruler is going, align it to the 5-inch, and you see how it's perfectly flush there. I'm trimming off the top dog ear. That's all you want to trim. And then you will trim off that excess overflow on the right. Get that out of the way, and then trim off the little dog ear on the bottom. And boom, you have your block all finished. Hope that helps. Have a great time.